Hello, 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 and welcome to the Reclaim Your Life podcast with me, Vicky Igbokwe-Ozoagu, your colossal connections coach, supporting you to let go of guilt, experience a colossal transformation, and reclaim your life. No, 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 no. And just in case you hadn't worked it out, this is what we're talking about today. We are talking about no and the act and the power of you using no more so that your yes brings you greater joy. Because I want you to be able to say no, and not only say no, but say no with confidence. So let's start with understanding the power of saying no. Both you and I, even more so because we're women, know that there is a part of us that's conditioned to be people pleasers. We worry that saying no will make you seem unkind. You worry that saying no will make you seem unkind, make you seem like you're, uncooperative, that maybe even you feel like, you know, you're selfish. But you know what the truth is? Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you are saying no to something that does. Did you catch that? Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you are saying no to something that does. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed with too much on your plate simply because you couldn't bring yourself to say no? Well, you're not alone. It's a common experience. It's one that I have definitely experienced. And it's one that you can change with practice, because it all needs practice and a shift in your mindset, a shift in your perspective. Now, the benefits of saying no aren't just about freeing up your time. Yes, even though that's one benefit, but it's also about respecting your own boundaries and values. Catch that? It's also about respecting your own boundaries and values because you are important. It all starts and continues with you. When you say no to things that don't serve you, you're actually saying yes to yourself, your goals, and your well being. All right. When you say no to things that don't serve you, you're saying yes to yourself, your goals, and your well being. You are the priority. Here are three benefits. One, more time for your priorities, right? By saying no to distractions, and a lot of the time they are distractions, you can focus on what truly matters to you. Catch that one? No to distractions so you can focus on what truly matters to you. Second benefit, increasing that confidence. Yes, every time you assert your boundaries, you reinforce your self-worth and build confidence. Every time you put yourself first, yes, your boundaries. Okay, your boundaries are you putting yourself first. So basically, what I'm saying with increased confidence is every time you put yourself first, you reinforce your self-worth. And when you reinforce, yes, when you build up that self-worth, your confidence increases. Third benefit, reducing stress. Now, we both know stress is a thing that we don't want to have, right? So when you start to when you stop, even when you start, no, Vicky, when you stop overcommitting, it means that you are going to experience much less stress. And then that means you're going to have more mental space to be creative, to rest, to unwind, to be around the people that you want to be around, to do the work that you love, and to create the memories that you desire. All right? So when you say no, you reduce stress because you are stopping the overcommitment. Overcommitment to external things, external people. All right, so I understand it's all well said and good. I'm like, just say no, just say no. And you're like, okay, yeah, Vicky, I need a practical. Give me something here. Give me something else, some more. All right. So here are some tips to help you start saying no with confidence. Number one, practical tip, know your priorities. Before you can even understand what you need to say no to, you need to be clear on what you're saying yes to. Catch that? In order to know what you need to say no to, you have to understand what you want to be saying yes to. So I want you to spend some time reflecting on your goals and your values. What are the things that you want to achieve? What are the activities you want to be doing? Who are the people that you want to be spending your time with? When you have that understanding and clarity, it will give you a yes list and a no list. Number two, practical tip. Practice being assertive in how you communicate. Practice being assertive in how you communicate. Use clear and direct language. One thing that I have found in myself and also in the amazing women that I coach is there's this need to like apologize and then over explain the reason for your no. Cut it out. All right. All you need to do is a simple, I appreciate the offer, but I can't commit to it right now. I'd love to join you, but I'm going to be busy at that time. And one that I love is just going, yeah, not really feeling it right now. Thanks for thinking of me, but it is to know. Okay. I want you to practice clear and direct communication, clear and direct language. That means you're not going, oh, I'm really sorry, and then writing a mini monologue about why you have just said no. All right. And I want you to use that often. And I want you to practice that. Different scenarios, family members, friends, colleagues, someone hitting you up in your email, trying to subscribe you to something or get you to pay for something that you're like, I don't need this right now. Because actually, what I should be doing is investing my money into something else. Okay. Number three tip, set boundaries. It is absolutely okay to set boundaries in advance. All right. So, for example, if you know you're often asked to work, often asked to take on extra work, decide beforehand how much you are willing to take on. And if it gets to that point where it's going to take you over, say no. All right. So, think about those scenarios that are coming up for you like regularly. Yeah, so you find yourself in this position where someone asks you for something and you get that like uncomfortable knot in your stomach because you know deep down you should be saying it's a no, right? That you want to say no, but there's something in you that goes, okay, yes. And then you feel really crap about it afterwards. So take some time to think about those scenarios and already have a clear and direct way to say no to it. Now, this fourth tip I really love, and it is something that I use all of the time. Delay your response. Someone asks you for something, your time, information, whatever it may be, and you feel that pressure to say yes in the moment. you can delay your response. If you're unsure, get yourself some time. You could say something simple like, let me check my schedule and get back to you, right? This gives you the space that you need to consider your priorities without the pressure of an immediate response. Because again, in my experience, I found when I make that immediate response, I say yes. And then I'm off the call and I'm like, oh my God, why did I do that? And then you've got the stress of either one, working through the thing or spending time with that person that you're just like, why did I do that? Or two, the stress of now going, oh my gosh, how am I going to change my mind? Blah, 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 because you've worked yourself up into a tizzy. So to avoid that, delay your response. So you have got time to figure out, is it a yes or is it a no? Now, fifth tip, continue to practice self-compassion. Basically, be kind to yourself, all right? Saying no is a skill and it takes practice. Be kind to yourself, give yourself grace as you learn and unlearn so that you're in a position where you can say no and say no confidently without guilt. So, just before we finish up, as you know, I love for you to take action. I think it's important. Not I think it's important, I know it's important. Because taking on this information, having these new realizations, reflecting on what has been for you and where you are now and what you want to be experiencing in the future, it needs you to take action. It needs you to step up for yourself and go, I'm looking for a different result. So I now need to do things differently. Okay? Because let's be real, you can't wish for something different. You can't wish for a different outcome and still use the same process that's been getting you nowhere fast. You've got to change that. All right. So I want you to think of a request, a question that you get asked a lot, an obligation that comes your way, where you have found yourself repeatedly saying yes to it. And this time, I want you to say no. Breathe, 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 breathe. All right. So I want you to think about an area of your life where you have either an individual or a commitment or an expectation that is there because you've said yes way too many times. And I want you to practice saying no. I actually want you to decline that offer. I want you to decline that request. I want you to say no to that expectation. And you may have to do it a few times. You may get the same request from different people. But I want you to think of one area of your life, one request, and I want you to practice saying no to it. Now, feel free, if you want to connect with me some more, you can send me a message, DM on Instagram. I'm on Vicky, VICKI _ IGB for book, OKWE. That's Vicky _ Igbokwe. Feel free to drop me a DM to let me know how your practice of saying no is going for you. Remember, it all starts and continues with you. I want you to gain clarity in what you want. I want you to experience the confidence in the decisions that you make. And I want you to have courage as you live the life that you desire. Remember, think fierce, be fabulous, and live free spirited.